It's 1849, and you're standing at the edge of the California gold rush. Everyone's talking about striking it rich, but here's the thing. The people who made the most money weren't always the miners. They were the ones selling shovels, jeans, and supplies. Fast forward to 2025, and we're in the middle of our own digital gold rush. But instead of pickaxes, we're choosing between crypto, traditional stocks, and AI equity. So, which shovel should you grab? The crypto frontier. High risk, high reward. Let's start with crypto, the wildest ride in the investment world. Bitcoin hit new all-time highs in 2024, and Ethereum continues to power the decentralized finance revolution. But here's what most people don't talk about. Crypto isn't just about price speculation anymore. Take Solana, for example. While everyone was focused on its price swings, developers were building the next generation of applications on its blockchain. Or look at how major corporations like MicroStrategy and Tesla have integrated Bitcoin into their treasury strategies. The question isn't whether crypto is legitimate, it's whether you can stomach the volatility. The reality? Crypto could double your money in months or cut it in half just as quickly. It's like digital dynamite, powerful but handle with care. Traditional stocks, the steady eddy. Now, traditional stocks might seem boring compared to crypto's fireworks, but they're still printing money for patient investors. The S&P 500 has delivered consistent returns over decades, and dividend-paying stocks provide income while you wait for growth. Consider companies like Microsoft or Apple. They're not just tech stocks anymore. They're diversified giants with AI divisions, cloud services, and global reach. Even old economy stocks like utilities and healthcare are incorporating AI and automation to boost efficiency. The beauty of stocks? You own a piece of real businesses with real revenue, real products, and real customers. It's like buying a slice of the economy itself. AI equity. The future is now. But here's where things get really interesting. AI equity. We're not just talking about buying nvidia stock, though that's been a rocket ship. We're talking about companies that are fundamentally reshaping how business gets done. Look at companies like Palantir, which uses AI for data analytics, or UiPath, automating business processes. Even traditional companies are becoming AI plays. Walmart uses AI for inventory management, JP Morgan for fraud detection, and Netflix for content recommendations. The AI revolution isn't coming, it's here. And the companies that master it first are likely to dominate their industries for decades. The smart money strategy. So what's the play? Here's the truth most financial gurus won't tell you. You don't have to choose just one. Diversification isn't just a fancy word, it's your best defense against uncertainty. Consider this approach. Start with a solid foundation of traditional stocks, maybe 60% of your investment portfolio. Add some crypto exposure for growth potential, perhaps 20%. Then allocate the remaining 20% to AI-focused investments, from pure-play AI companies to established firms with strong AI initiatives. Remember, every gold rush has winners and losers. The winners aren't always the ones who strike the biggest vein. They're the ones who manage risk while staying in the game long enough to benefit from the overall boom. Whether you choose crypto's volatility, stock stability, or AI's potential, the most important decision is to start. Because in this digital gold rush, the biggest risk isn't picking the wrong investment, it's not participating at all. What's your move? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more investment insights that cut through the noise.
The biggest thing in making money is time. You don't have to be particularly smart, you just have to be patient. Susie didn't want to wait as much as I did, but she never quite appreciated compounding like I did.
That is a disagreement we have. I run a foundation now. I think we should be giving more money away. But I understand why we don't, because it's business. to me, the crux of it is that it wasn't the money itself. You can see that in the way he lives.